Hi, my name is Naomi Johnson, and I'm from Montclair, New Jersey, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I have a degree, I have an associate degree and a bachelor's degree. The associate's degree in early childhood, the bachelor's degree in elementary education. My designing experience, well, I always did want to design since I was in high school. And I'm an artist in nature. I draw caricatures and abstract art. So I had my own business, which we call my Soality. I'm an author also, and I'm a poet. And my business was called My Soality. I had my own, all my designs was my hand-free artwork on my clothing. So from there, I just started with my son collection. Well, my son, he started his t-shirt collection, which is called Noneillah. And Noneillah comes from when he rapped or sang. That was his tagline. You can Google him at Sean Cos Mason. You can Google him at Sean Cos Mason. You know, you can listen to his music. Well, I'm going to tell you a little story about the Noneillah collection. Well, again, the Noneillah collection, like I said, is from my son. My son, unfortunately, he's no longer here with me. I use his collection to raise awareness about what happened to him. My son, he was on his way going to work. And I'm sorry, bear with me, this is very emotional. In Bloomfield, New Jersey, the bus driver, who was a Coach USA bus driver operating New Jersey Transit, he was speeding, he jumped the curb and ended my son's life. So I have been actually on this mission. I'm taking my son, his legacy and his memory, and turn it into a movement. And I do that through the Noneillah collection. So the Noneillah collection is a platform for that. I have a change.org. I have a change.org, and what I do, I go to fashion shows. I do New York Fashion Week. And every time I do New York Fashion Week, I open up the show with the collection, which you see here, which is the print. I do each print, different year I design with the textile on different prints, and with the music note, which is just called the signature print, that represents him and who he was. You know, he just not was he was a digital designer. He just not was a hip hop artist. He also a CEO for Noneillah. He was a college student. He went to King University. He went to Essex County College, and before his tragic death, he was going to go to Montclair State University. So like I said, I use his collection and I design for it. He started the t-shirt collection, so what I did, I start doing everything else. I design all these prints, you know, from men wear to female wear, but I really specialize more so in female wear because the guy wear was my son, but I actually, what I did, it evolved into men's wear. So when you see the pieces now with the music note, which is again, like I said, his signature print, and I consider these pieces is also, they're conversational. So excuse my bubbling here is because, like I say, this is very emotional talking about this. So I use the signature prints. I consider the Noneillah collection as a conversational piece. I consider the Noneillah collection as is urban, is elegant, is classy. Again, here I show you some of the pieces that I created, you know, custom made. Some of the clothing I actually sew by hand, you know. And in the back here, this is my son and I. And this picture was taken when I did my photo shoot for my book. Again, I'm a self-published author, and I'm a poet. So this here was the photo shoot. He came with me. You know, like I said, this is emotional. Anyway, this is type of clothing one of my custom made clothes that I do. I do ready to wear, I do custom made, I do different things, I do print. I know this is a little bit wrinkled, but this is what one of my collection here. That's one look. And here, let me show you other looks that I have here, which is a lot of people's favorite. The little winter collection, the dress, I hope you can see it. The fur, with the fur around it, on the hand, this is the other look. This is my second look. I'm not really a gown person, but I challenge myself. I'm my own challenger and person, and I challenge myself to do the gown. This is one of the gowns that I have done. So like I said, I don't create gown. And the fabric that I use is stretches. It's stretch material. I like to have my material, my fabric stretched like so it can conform to the person figure. And as you see the little glitter on here. So I like to use things that, again, it's a conversational piece and that people like here. And the other look here, I like to play with colors. I like to play with different styles here. This is my other collection. This is another look. I hope you can see it. This here ties in the front. I mean, at the end of the video, I'm going to put the pictures that the clothing is styled on someone. But this here is one of the dress that I have made. And this was showcased in one of the New York Fashion Week that I have done. Okay. And here I want to show my what I do. Noneillah, what I also do, I do the textile designs on the sneakers. All these designs, they are copyright original designs that I have done. See? And with this sneaker, it zips off. So you can zip it off and wash it. See, it zips off. But I'm going to show you one that's already zipped off here. Let me show you how it looks. Like here, see, it comes, it's not torn, you can zip it back, you can take it off and you can wash it. And again, this is all the copyright prints that I do, the designs that I do on the sneaker. So I'm just showing you the diversity and the different styles that I create. This is another design that I have done. And once again, here got a signature piece. And here got another signature piece right here. This is the music note. Okay, and I'm just proud to say, Noneillah, I sold in the United States. However, Noneillah, this sneakers here has been sold overseas in Germany. That was my first buyer overseas. So again, the sneakers, the clothing that you see, I used the clothing, the proceeds for the clothing to the Deshaun Johnson College Scholarship Foundation. That's where I take the money and I give percentage of it to a student who went to King University, because my son went to King University and they started the Deshaun College Scholarship in his honor. And also at Essex County and Montclair High School he used to go to. Here another print that I have done. As you see, the logo Noneillah. And actually with this, it has a pocketbook, you know, to match it. And it has a dress also to match it. The whole ensemble. And again, here another of my creativity that I have done. You know, well, here, this here is a special sneaker, and if you see it, you see my son's picture. Let me zoom it up a little closer. My son's picture, and here it has Sean Cox Mason, once again, which is his stage name. His government name was Deshaun Johnson. If you like, you can Google Deshaun Johnson and read more about his story. So this is the sneakers. And here we have the watches I create, and all the designs on the face of the watches, I've done that. These are my original designs. If you can see, I bring it up, close up. See all the lovely designs that I have done. So this is all the designs that I have made for the Noneillah collection. Of course, this is my only child, my baby, Deshawn and I, as I stated before. So, as being accepted to Project Runway, I see this would be a black platform for me to get the word out, raise awareness, and as far as if I was the winner and as far as the money goes, I will use the money to invest in his scholarship for the Deshawn Johnson to award another student to go to college in honor of my son's name. I also will use the money to create a billboard for raising awareness. So the money will go to things such as that nature. Also to open up a place for grieving mothers such as myself, a support system for grieving mothers who lost their child from a reckless bus driver. And at the process, what I'm trying to do, I am also trying to get laws changed, to hold these reckless bus drivers accountable. It happened all over the world. If you Google, you go to, you can Google Deshawn Johnson petition on change.org or innocent people who lost their lives, and you will see the change.org. And if you want to be a part of this movement and want your voice to be heard, you're welcome to sign it. The more people signs it, the more justice, and we all can be a voice for all those innocent people who lost their lives. Nothing ever happened to these reckless bus drivers. You have a movement and you have people protesting for people with violence with guns, people who bomb schools, but there's no movement, for a situation like this. And people have to understand, a bus is a weapon. It is controlled by a reckless person. Whether it's a gun, whether they're bombing, it still ended innocent lives. So this is what Project Runway will help me get the word out. Not only that, it will help me get the word out. All those people who lost their children, and when I say children, I'm like children at any age, 40, 60, I don't care how old you are, you're still someone's child. And they're still, they still have a mother. I have people on Facebook who hit me up and ask me, can I help them get justice for their loved one, life was taken or injured. Like recently a woman had emailed me on Facebook, inboxed me on Facebook and said, well, what can we do together to hold these drivers accountable, because her sister had lost all her limbs from a reckless bus, had injured her child's life. And the word bus, it really pains me. So I really hope that I have been chosen for Project Runway, because like I said, Project Runway be a phenomenal platform for people to come out, and not only that, it helps me tell the story, just not my story, but other victims who cannot speak for themselves, who's in the grave and cannot be the voice. So I'm here to be the voice, not just for my only child, who I miss dearly, also for those other people who lost their loved ones and who not able to speak because of whatever buying contract they have from a lawsuit or whatever. So again, I thank Project Runway for the opportunity, for allowing me to tell my story, to tell my son's story, to talk about the collection about my son. So if I'm chosen to be the winner for Project Runway, this is what I would do. I would use it as a platform again to be an advocate, to be a spokesperson for all the victims, innocent victims who lost their life, like my son. Again, there's no media coverage for tragic killing like this, but there's a lot of media coverage for gun violence. You know, it's all about justice, humanity, human right. And again, I will mind to have other designers to come with me, to collaborate with me, and make this movement, you know, as something for justice, for innocent people like who lost their life. Make this movement, you know, to get laws changed so it won't be happening to you. It could be your child. It could be your loved one. So I always suggest that people don't sit here and wait till it happened to them, and then after that say, okay, let me do something about it. You know, the time is right now, and Project Runway, once again, I must reiterate, will be a good platform for me to do that. And not only that, bring everybody together collectively, bring designers together to even put on a fashion show for all these people who lost their loved ones, and, you know, give back to these mothers. You know, like for me, I have no one on this earth. My son, that was my only child. That was my only child. You know, I don't have anywhere to go, anyone to talk to. Not only that, I'm disabled. You know, and my son was here to help me out. So if we as designers come together collaboratively and raise money for victims like my son and the survivor victims like me, you know, and give them mothers, you know, if they don't have support or if they on disability, they have set income, at least we can raise money. And not only that, to do also to put get a central place and have like a big memorial. They have memorial for everybody else, for, you know, 9/11 and things like with gun violence, but put a memorial for all these people who lost their lives from reckless bus driver. If we have a central location that we as loved ones who lost our children like that to congregate in a place and have a big memorial with a plaque with their names of each loved one who lost their life from each state. I don't care if it's overseas, I don't care if it's in the United States. So if we have this and raise money for this, parents can go there and don't know that their children's lives was not taken in vain. You know, that there's someone out there who have love and have humanity and see that their life was important. So again, I appreciate Project Runway for giving me this opportunity. I appreciate them looking at my application and get me actually this far. And I hope to see you April the 18th at the casting call. Once again, thank you on the behalf of my son, on the behalf of all those people who lost their kids from a reckless bus driver, because there's no laws, once again, to hold them accountable. So if we can get here, even sign a petition and hold them accountable, because you know what? They can go home to their loved ones. They can go. We have to go to cemeteries. We cry every day. We have to put flowers on grave. We can't give them to them personally. You know, so again, even if that, I don't either mind to be a judge or a guest on Project Runway, you know, to help raise other people self-esteem or whatever, what they're going through, whatever situation, movement there, or their challenges that they are dealing with. Once again, thank you, Project Runway. Bye.
Son, you see that? Over there. Yeah, right there, son. Yo, bro, who is that? Yo, I gotta get her before the night is over, son. That girl wants me, that girl needs me. I think we're better together, but don't tease me. That girl wants me, that girl needs me. I think we're better together, but don't tease me. That girl wants me, that girl needs me. I think we're better together, but don't tease me. Hot in the winter, never stop for a minute. Take our clothes off and never stop till we finish, girl. Yo, I was just thinking like, Maybe get together tonight or something. Word. Alright. See you later. We sweat soak, the windows they just smoke. She feeling the next stroke, I'm giving the next stroke. She telling me right there, I'm kissing her neck. Oh, baby I'm right here, baby I'm right here. Kissing my chest so she pulling me in close. And all you heard were the moans when I kissed her. And when we called out it sound like whispers. All on the thighs where I kissed her. Splash from the waterfalls missed us. Splash from the waterfalls missed us. Fell in the days, you could tell she's a